So this is a presentation for my week 4 business model canvas. The first thing I'll go over is this distribution channel diagram. So it's going to be through me, and I upload courses to an online reseller such as Udemy, and my customers go there to consume or find my courses, pay for them, consume them there. The channel economics basically is a 50-50 split if the customers come from Udemy, and I figured during the beginning of the process, as I learned how to get content up there, that the initial customer base is going to be from Udemy. So I'm assuming that I'll be living off of the 50-50 split for a little while. So I'm looking at the cost of goods, and I can probably bring that down. R&D and selling costs. So the selling costs really, part of it or most of it is really going to be through the split. So it's going to be 50% split with Udemy, and then 3% processing fee per transaction. So they take care of the credit card payments and everything like that. So with that said, I'm looking at $17 of profit. I can probably push that into closer to $37, as a lot of my costs are relatively fixed, and then really anything that's a variable cost would be in the built into the reseller revenue split. So. And then, of course, if for Udemy, if I bring customers directly to my courses, they don't take a split off of that. But I don't see that happening initially, and I'll be purely reliant on getting customers through them. The paid demand creation activities that I can think of would be Google AdWords. Udemy offers the ability to create custom coupon codes, so I can create artificial demand every so often by giving out discounts on my courses. And then there's also an optional Udemy affiliate program where if I sign on to that program, then other sites, other affiliate sites might be able to drive traffic towards my courses. That's an option that I'll think about later on. I probably won't do it right away, just because at that point I'm splitting about 25% of what I'm getting after the 50% split with Udemy. So I'd only get about 25% of my courses. My revenue from my courses, and so that doesn't really make much sense for me right now. I might consider doing that if I just don't get the number of customers that I'm looking for initially, and maybe I'll just go for numbers as opposed to getting revenue. But I think I'll hold off on that until it becomes a serious issue. In terms of paid demand creation budget, if I were to go into Google AdWords, and I'm not sure if I want to do that, I think my first inkling is to not devote a ton of resources and budget for it until I know what works, or at least have some test cases out there, and the ability to learn from them. So I'd figure my first initial budget would be about $50, and then if I were to get 100 clicks, then that would pretty much eat up the $50. And then if I'm able to activate about 5% of that initial 100 clicks, then the cost of acquisition for me would be about $20 per click, and that's rather expensive. That basically eats a lot out of my initial profits, and so it's debatable whether I want to go down the Google AdWords route right away, but we'll see what happens when I get the courses up and running. As for the earned demand creation activities, I participate in speeches and conferences, and I've learned a lot about the social media marketing aspects from the past courses that I've taken, and I'm definitely interested in getting into more blogging and writing guest articles. I do regular book reviews and things like that already, so um, definitely some additional activities that would be able to allow me to generate more interest in my content. So and kind of build up my brand. So definitely these are definitely the things that I'm looking to do additionally moving forward. So for this week's business model canvas, the streamlining occurred at the channel and key partners. So I've decided to really focus on Udemy and not spread myself across a number of different distribution sites. Just because I'm more familiar with Udemy, I've taken a lot of, or at least a couple courses from the platform, and it seems to be very value added in terms of the overall platform and service, both for customers and for the creator of the courses. They have a lot of support for the instructors, and a lot of additional resources that other sites did not provide. So decided to kind of go with them for now, at least for my initial go. Also made a slight change in terms of revenue streams because Udemy doesn't really offer any kind of subscription model, so it really only offers a pay per course model. So I decided to kind of stick with that and keep it simple. In terms of the cost structure, probably I left in the web hosting costs, but I'll probably take that out just because then if I'm using Udemy, I don't need that anymore. And then payment processing costs, I'm probably not gonna. Well, I'm gonna roll that into what Udemy takes from the revenue split anyway. But I decided to capture at least that cost in the cost structure area. So that's it for this week. Thanks for listening.